Hello everyone. Today we will discuss the Reserve Bank of India's latest trade relief measures announced on 14th November 2025. These measures are crucial for Indian exporters facing challenges due to ongoing global trade disruptions and tariff hikes. Understanding these relief steps can help businesses navigate financial pressures, improve cash flow, and maintain export operations smoothly. The RBI's relief package comes soon after the government approved a 6-year export promotion mission with an outlay of Rs 25,060 crore. Together, the measures are expected to provide liquidity support to exporters and help them manage any short-term cash flow disruptions that may arise from delayed orders and payments. Global trade has been undergoing significant disruptions caused by factors like tariff increases, supply chain interruptions, and geopolitical tensions. Indian exporters, especially MSMEs, have been hit hard by these shocks. To mitigate these challenges, the RBI has introduced targeted relief measures designed to ease debt servicing burdens and provide greater flexibility in export-related finance and regulatory compliance. Key components of RBI trade relief measures. The RBI's trade relief measures consist of two broad categories. 1. FEMA regulatory relaxations and 2. Trade Relief Measures Directions 2025. 1. FEMA regulatory relaxations. FEMA, which stands for Foreign Exchange Management Act, governs the realization and repatriation of export proceeds in India. Under normal circumstances, exporters must complete these processes within strict deadlines. The RBI has extended the deadline to realize and repatriate foreign exchange proceeds from exports from 9 months to 15 months from the date of export. This extension provides exporters significant legal breathing space, reducing the urgency and pressure associated with foreign currency inflow compliance. Additionally, the deadline for shipment of goods after receiving advance payment has been extended from 1 year to 3 years or as per agreement, recognizing the realities of delays caused by global supply chain disruptions. These regulatory relaxations effectively ease the exporters' compliance burden, allowing them more time to complete export transactions and associated financial formalities without the risk of penalties or enforcement action. Banks have to set up internal processes and guidelines to operationalize it. 2. Trade Relief Measures Directions 2025. This component is a comprehensive set of financial relief measures issued by the RBI that target exporters' liquidity and debt servicing challenges. 1. Moratorium on debt servicing. Exporters in affected sectors are allowed a moratorium on repayment of term loans and interest payments on working capital loans due between September 1, 2025 and December 31, 2025. Specifically, the moratorium allows exporters with standard accounts as of August 31, 2025 to defer repayment of principal and interest installments on term loans that fall due between September 1, 2025 and December 31, 2025. During this period, interest accrues on a simple interest basis and can be converted into a funded interest term loan repayable by September 30th, 2026. In simple terms, during the moratorium period, the interest that accumulates on your loan is calculated only on the original amount owed, which is called simple interest, meaning no extra interest is charged on the added interest. Instead of paying this interest immediately, the bank allows you to convert it into a new loan called a Funded Interest Term Loan, FITL. Regulated entities including banks, NBFCs, HFCs and cooperative banks may grant a moratorium on repayment of export credit facilities from September 1, 2025 to December 31, 2025. However, this is discretionary and subject to a policy that lenders must publicly disclose. The RBI mandates lenders to establish and publish eligibility criteria for granting relief, which should consider factors like the borrower's dependency on exports to the US, tariff-related disruptions in cash flows, and transition strategies in alternate markets. Next one is recalculation of drawing power. Drawing power DP is the actual amount of money a business can withdraw or use from its sanctioned working capital credit limit at any given time. Banks are permitted to reassess and possibly reduce the margins on working capital limits, increasing credit availability and easing cash flow. Next, extension of export credit tenure. The maximum credit period for pre-shipment and post-shipment export credit has been extended from 270 days to 450 days for loans disbursed up to March 31st, 2026. This allows exporters more time to repay their working capital and export-related loans. Next, flexibility for packing credit facilities. Exporters who availed packing credit before August 31st, 2025 but could not dispatch goods may liquidate these loans using various legitimate alternate sources, including domestic sale proceeds or substitution of contracts with other export orders. Crucially, these relief measures do not affect the asset classification of loans or cause accounts to be treated as non-performing assets (NPAs), which protects banks and exporters from negative credit rating impacts. The financial relief measures aim to balance easing liquidity stress on exporters while safeguarding the banking system's stability. The moratorium and credit extensions provide exporters vital breathing room to manage cash flow amid delays and disruptions. The RBI's protective stance on asset classification prevents a sudden spike in NPAs due to temporary trade disruptions, maintaining confidence in the banking sector. Who benefits most? These relief measures primarily help MSMEs and exporters experiencing liquidity crunches due to delayed payments or disrupted orders, exporters in tariff-affected sectors such as textiles, engineering, gems and jewelry, and marine products, exporters who have availed working capital or export credit facilities and face repayment difficulties, businesses needing regulatory support on foreign currency realization and shipment timelines. By addressing these needs, the RBI aims to stabilize export operations, protect jobs, and support India's trade competitiveness. Significance and broader impact. These measures signal the RBI's proactive role in cushioning the Indian economy and exporters from adverse global trade shocks. They serve as liquidity boosters, allowing deferred repayments, extended credit terms, and recalibrated working capital to keep exporters operational without defaulting. Regulatory flexibility, more time for export proceeds realization and shipment reduces legal compliance burdens. Banking system stability, asset classification protections prevent export disruptions from destabilizing bank balance sheets, and trade continuity support, allowing liquidation of packing credit through alternate means, reduces inventory pileups and facilitates smoother cash flows. Collectively, these steps foster resilience in the export ecosystem, promoting India's export growth targets amid volatility. How exporters should use this relief? Exporters should engage proactively with lenders to avail moratorium and restructuring benefits, plan repayments with extended credit tenure in mind, leverage the extended shipment and realization timelines under FEMA changes. Use the flexibility in packing credit liquidation to convert stuck inventory into working capital. Monitor RBI and DGFT guidance for further supporting policies and schemes. In summary, the RBI's Trade Relief Measures 2025 constitute a well-calibrated financial and regulatory response to mitigate trade disruptions for Indian exporters. They provide exporters a lifeline to manage debt servicing, improve liquidity, and sustain exports amidst challenging global conditions. This RBI direction aims to provide exporters suffering from US tariff disruptions a financial breathing space, helping them manage loan repayments and cash flow pressures. The policy-driven approach ensures that relief is targeted and transparent while maintaining banking prudence. Exporters with export credit from banks or NBFCs who qualify can seek moratorium relief, but its granting depends on demonstrating trade disruption impact and lender discretion within a structured policy. For MSMEs and exporters navigating this evolving landscape, understanding and utilizing these relief measures can be a critical factor in maintaining business continuity and seizing global market opportunities. Stay informed,
Consult your financial partners and position your business to benefit from these RBI initiatives designed for export resilience and growth. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe for more insights on trade finance and policy updates.